Last year, I basically was behind the camera the whole year because of the business.
Yeah. How rude though.
I know.
Beautiful face.
Thank you.
Hidden.
Thank you. Thank you. It took me away from the limelight, I guess. And I dropped one song in January, Lemonade, shout out Izzy. But then I took the whole year off because I was building the business, and I needed that. And also I needed that for my music as well, because I didn't stop making music, I just stopped releasing music.
Yeah.
It was good because it gave me a moment to like reflect and kind of hone in on my sound. Because before then I'd kind of just been throwing shit at the wall and hoping it was sticking.
Yeah, like fast and
very
maybe not
fast.
thoughtful.
To be honest, it was just like project to project.
Yeah.
And I guess I was moving at a relatively fast pace. I was dropping every 1-2 months. Yeah. Sometimes 3, but like we're doing full music videos and stuff. So I think working with people that are kind of walking a similar path to me, or at a similar level to where I want to be, that inspires me the most, because it's like, oh, it is plausible. Yeah. Oh, we can really make the creative industry work. Damn, I thought it was just a myth.
Yeah, no, literally. Wow, like hope and passion. It really does feed.
When did you kind of get that like hope and passion for the industry?
I think very similar experience with you. Just like working with other creatives, especially I think for modeling. I really moved here and was just finding my feet in the sense of, okay, what am I about to step into? Who's already killing it? Who can I maybe connect with that is on the come up as well? So many models like Bambylicious, Martha, for example. Like when I found out that even Martha was a singer as well, I was like, okay, I can do this, and I can do both. Like this is amazing. So I feel like it's really those people that are, and it's funny now, like I've met them, I've worked with them. It's like, whoa, this is so interesting, because I looked up to these people so much as a real beginner. But I think that's really where I found my feet and confidence to be like, oh, cool, we can do this. I can do this.
Networking is huge.
So my mum kind of made a deal with me when I moved here, like, you really have to pursue music if this is where you want to go, because she really helped me out in that kind of like financial situation. So it was, I feel like I was doing not a lot for the first maybe like 8-9 months, but in that time I was kind of scoping the scene. And then I kind of just raw dogged it, but went in and
were you looking into the scene like from a distance through the telescope from Gold Coast?
Nah.
Not at all?
Nah. I didn't even know. Like I really didn't even know. And then, I just got a few friends here, and then I started following different creatives through their mutuals, and it really was just like, I uncovered this entire scene happening in Melbourne. And I was just so amazed. So,
you've been doing some crazy stuff as well.
No.
You know what was crazy? Bumping into you at Immortal Fate. And you were working the cash in you. I couldn't believe it.
I love Ron. I love Ron so much.
He's so cool. I met him that day. I couldn't believe that you were there. I was like, I had a feeling I was going to run into somebody there, but I would never have guessed.
Me at the counter checking you in, like,
not only just like not walking around, but actually like running that. It's crazy.
Even that, like I met Ron through just a mutual friend at a retail shop. I really love that whole like fashion scene. That's such a big passion and interest of mine as well. And these small creators, these young designers and creators, just, it blows my mind. I think Ron especially, he's amazing at really noticing smaller models who maybe haven't even really done a first shoot before, and he says, I see so much potential in you. I mean, he did that for me. I started off as a model, and then I spoke to him about my interests in content creation and maybe doing some social media work for him, and he was so on board, and we really collaborated super well. But the music scene and the fashion scene is super well connected in Melbourne, especially. So, if I can sing my music in clothes from these brands and really put them on the, on a platform as well, that's exactly what I want to do. For sure. I
think it comes from people that have a knack for picking up on talent before it's even expressed.
They see it, hey? It's just like they see the future even sometimes before you do, and it's such a beautiful thing. Such a good quality is like that persistence and that longevity you have of like, no, I'm interested. I don't care if you overlook me now.
You'll find me when you find me.
No, literally, it's like you will find me because I will continue trying. I feel like I've even personally experienced that sometimes, with modeling or whatever, I've expressed to agencies, hey, but I sing as well, and I can act and I can dance. So like, I can be a lot of use to you when they go, nah. And then sometimes you get that opportunity of a show or something comes up and they call you again, they're like, oh, I didn't know you could sing like that. It's like, okay.
It's tricky.
I sometimes, I don't know, I find it a frustrating perspective because I just think I could make you money off even more things. So would I not be more profitable? But Yeah, I think that's something I'm still in search for, is an agency or a manager that can really help me with it all.
If you're a manager, reach out. Same goes for me as well, actually.
I'd love to be that for someone. You know, maybe that person that doesn't overlook you, and I can see the effort you're putting in, I can see the potential, so
and it's genuine.
Let me help you out. And it is so genuine, it really is.
That's important. So I want to get into like...
Well, can we talk about your project, please?
We can talk about my project.
You got some good stuff that's pretty polished coming up.
So, probably by the time you're watching this, it's probably out.
So go stream it and watch it.
Every time I've showed someone the song, like as an unreleased song in the demo form, I've had to preface it by explaining the loose story around it, because it's based on a true story. What I'm saying, unfortunately, is true. Basically, one of my cars went up on fire last year, and then it happened again, and and basically it's been like a huge like juggle. I can't let that affect my creativity. If anything, I'm actually the most inspired I've been in a minute. Right? It's actually like poured fuel on the fire, right?
No pun intended.
No pun intended. And so I guess dropping this single is like releasing like a diary entry, right? There were tears writing it, recording it in the studio. You can hear it. You can literally hear it. Dropping something like that is like, is it a one-off? Because I can't pretend like if it's over, I can't pretend like it's still happening just because that's my lane now.
You can create an album that sums up that time right then and there, and then you move on and like create different art and maybe switch up the style, and that's like really the fun of it. When I first started singing at 10 years old, it was very much pushed onto me. American singers, vowels is very important.
Right.
And sometimes that Aussie vowel, like it's like your tongue is very much in your throat, which can technically be bad for type of singing, but the biggest thing I've explored this year is just how do I sound and how can that come across as super authentic, and you know, maybe I do have to say hard and water and like you know, that can't. And it's really fun to be able to make that sound quite beautiful. And just I think a lot of times I've spoken to a lot of other specifically female Australian artists who have done the same. They have been grown up in the American kind of media of it all, and that American way of singing and like the neutral tones. But do you not like singing Australian because are you uncomfortable? I think for me, like I really just steered away from it because I didn't like it. I thought it kind of sounded,
that's what most of them
right, like kind of gross. I feel like that's how I sometimes felt about it, and I really questioned myself on that this year and just thought, why is that the case? You know, I feel like people like SD Kid can sound so scouse. True. I think that really inspired me too. You know, I'm bold, I'm eager. Like he really just said, that's actually where I'm from, so I don't care the sound I'm gonna sound, you're gonna like it. Like, and he's blowing up, so.
It's interesting, isn't it? Like I guess with singing, at least with myself, I don't go to like an American or an Australian. I kind of enter into the singing accent, right? So I guess, but I'm rapping in an Australian accent, so it's like when I'm singing, at this point I would have to consciously keep it Australian, if that makes sense. And that kind of, that's a whole skill in and of itself, right?
Sometimes I've noticed that as well when I'm singing Australian, like when I'm trying, I have to like speak it first to actually comprehend how I'm gonna sound when I sing it. Like it's very, it's quite interesting how conditioned I am to sing like those neutral American kind of ooh-ee.
There's nothing wrong with singing in the singing accent, but isn't it kind of cool to use the Australian accent more?
Absolutely, it is. Like, I feel like we need to put ourselves on the map a bit more in international grand scheme of things, you know? Like, I want someone to listen to me and be like, yeah, she's Australian, I can tell, you know?
Yeah, even with her singing voice.
I feel like that happens a lot, is like, especially just with Australians in general that really step into that American Hollywood as well. They're like, oh, I didn't even know you were Australian.
Wow.
Like, sometimes I'll be in the comments of like Jacob Elordi, and it's like, why does he sound weird? Like, where's he from? You know? And I'm just like, I want you to know straight off the bat. You don't have to. You don't even have to like dig into me to realize that I'm from Australia.
You just know.
I want to be like, no, I'm from it.
I feel like the minute an artist from Australia pops, they're gone.
No,
there's like a dust cloud and they're gone.
America. It's like, bye. No, actually, so you know, hopefully when I can travel potentially through music, like I want to bring that with me, like where my home. So, and I think with the context of writing, sometimes I find myself writing a bit more, I don't know, like not shallow, but just about, you know, guys or getting cheated on. And I think I have these moments I'm like, I don't connect to that. I actually have never been cheated on. I don't really, you know, I don't emotionally respond well to what I'm singing. So I think for me, it definitely has to be a bit more of a I just sometimes want to get people critically thinking.
I agree with that.
You know, what does she mean by that? Oh, is she like coming for us right now, or is she coming for herself? I like that kind of. I don't know. My single was my only single out is called "Count Me In," and it really just addresses the fact of like kind of sometimes like the stupidity of social media and how it's such a me, and like, you know, oh, let's get me fighting with the girls on camera. This will make really good TV, and it's like
that's a great clip,
right? And it's like I'm poking fun at it, but yet, you know, I'm subscribing every week. Like that's a lyric.
We're all part of it, unfortunately.
I pay my monthly subscriptions to continue being entertained. So it's like, Count Me In is kind of more of a letter to myself, or a conversation to myself of like, you want to make fun of this, but also you're just as part of the problem. Yeah. But like, I want to address that, you know, like this is stupid, but also let's actually have conversations that make each other think instead of just like, he broke my heart, you know, like.
Yes, it's overplayed, and sometimes I find myself writing and I'm like, no, like no,
rhymes
revise
like,
it.
No, this is like.
Even if I don't want to go super like storytelling, because I don't really, I mean, you know, Wrath is a whole thing, but I don't really typically do the whole storytelling thing. Sometimes I like it to be, usually I like it to be really like kind of vague, but there's a way I can write that's abstract, that's like it's more descriptive of items. Yeah. You know, talking about, hey, the green leather on this thing, like that.
Yeah, I really like that. Painting a picture.
Right.
Yeah, no, I love that too.
Because that's a way of like audibly like pulling people into your world, which I think it's kind of a talent in and of itself. It's hard to do.
100%.
It's hard to do. It's easy for me to get on the track and talk about money, cars, drugs, you know, all of these little vices and things, you know?
Yeah, I think I definitely noticed that as well with even like more beginner artists. It's all that kind of talk, and it's funny, like, I don't know, I don't like to judge, but sometimes I'm in my head thinking like, do you have all these cars and all these money, and are you fucking all these bitches? Like,
100%.
Really? Like, I feel like I've met you and I really
every
don't.
time.
Yeah, right? It's like, just be true to yourself sometimes. And I completely agree. Like, sometimes I don't want to go too political with it. Yeah. Or, you know, speak all these like big conspiracy. Like sometimes but you know, it's diving into it.
Describing a feeling. Yeah. Describing a feeling is really important to me.
I think a big thing that I'm really noticing in my writing now is like being confused or figuring it out. I've just noticed like those kind of phrases or those words are really prevalent in my songwriting, and I think that's very telling of the age that I'm at. You know, I'm 20, I am confused. I am like still trying to figure it out, and I kind of like those little motifs in my music that
you and me
are quite subconscious, but it really tells a lot about kind of what stage I'm at, and I'm so interested to see, you know, what I'll be writing about in a few more years.
It's true. Those little like you said, those little motifs that you'll be able to look back on and be like, oh, that's right, because that's like trigger words, right? Like little mini trigger phrases, and it might not even mean anything to the listener.
No, exactly.
But it's like, oh, that was my situation at the time, you know, and then that's
my headspace right there. Yeah.
Even now when I listen to my old lyrics from when I was like 15, 16, I'm like, I remember those nights. I didn't have a car, I had a bicycle. You know what I mean? I'd be out. We were out at night. I remember the people I was around, and it's like, damn. And that's all like from one little phrase. It doesn't even describe the exact situation I was in, but it just brings
it takes you back to that time in your life.
That's the beauty of it.
That so much.
And then when that connects with someone else, it might take them back to either a similar time or a completely different time, and that's fine, because you're supposed to interpret music in your own way.
Because anyone can find a way to connect, you know?
Yeah.
And if you can connect, you know, to people and their stories through your story, I think that's so beautiful.
It is.
Yeah.
That's an art in and of itself.
And that's why we're here.
Hey. Thank you. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you so much for having me. This has been beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Have a good one.